there, folks, and welcome back to the Game Buzz, the weekly podcast here from us folks at dealspone.com. I'm Matt, and I'm joined once again by Carl Phillips.
You do.
And by Jonathan Lester.
Well, welcome back, Matt.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been like, welcome back, dude. I hope you had a relaxing break.
I did, man. I did. It was lovely. It was lovely. I feel refreshed and revitalized.
Good. You look fresh and revitalized, actually. You've got a spring in your step. You've got a twinkle in your eye.
I'm fresh.
Got a bushy tail. Bright-eyed and bushy tail. Man, it's good to see it.
That's not my tail.
That's
it is
my
bushy,
tail.
That's Carl.
Oh!
Nah.
Well, it's surprisingly bushy. Either way, it's luxuriant.
Thank you.
I'm impressed by that. I'm impressed. And confused. I didn't really know that humans were supposed to have tails. The other thing I'm confused about, actually, speaking about confusion, is so I was over, sunning myself in lands abroad, and like you know that I've been really enamored with the Super Smash Bros. 3DS.
You have?
Oh yeah, man, it's fit.
Like, you guys know how much I've been sort of rubbing myself against pictures of it.
It's been disturbing.
Taking, images into bathrooms. It's been worrying. I admit that. I'm very sorry for that. But now, Nintendo are releasing a new 3DS. And
Yeah, they are. They're releasing that new Super Smash Bros. 3DS XL.
Yeah, but there's another one as well, apparently. Like a new...
No. There's another two.
What?
Yeah, Nintendo came out with a bizarre announcement that at first I thought was an amazing, fantastic decision, but after about half an hour thinking about it, turns out to be like Nintendo's next big screw-up in the making. Because you know what, they've been doing so well lately with all the great Wii U games and like kicking ass with the 3DS that something had to give, right?
Yeah.
So we're in a situation now where there's no point buying a 3DS this year, because there's the new 3DS and the new 3DS XL coming out at some point next year. And let me tell you, these are great pieces of kit, guys. I really want one. They've got like everything from a less finicky viewing angle to an inbuilt NFC reader, longer battery life, chunkier, more sturdy industrial design. They look fantastic. Like they've even got like interchangeable faceplates.
And the second stick built in, haven't they?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly that right there completely negates the need for the Circle Pad Pro. It's going to open up for developers because they've already split that fan base. This was a good move. We've been moaning about this ever since we first reviewed the things.
Yeah.
Except that it's also got a more powerful processor,
Which is
and
fine.
some games will only run on this newer model that's still called the 3DS.
That doesn't make any sense. Nah. Surely it's like the 4DS.
No,
or like the 3DS Max.
No, 3DS Plus
Surely-
would have been cool.
3DS Plus. Yeah, man. That was cool.
Prime, surely.
Oh, 3DS Prime.
Oh, 3DS.
Nintendo Prime.
Ooh. No, wait, Amazon might get onto them.
Oh, that's true.
That's true. But yeah,
Prime-bo.
but no, this is the new 3DS. And that will not cause any confusion whatsoever for parents going in to buy them for their kids at all. None whatsoever.
Can you tell if it's like? Can you tell if are the dimensions the same?
They're exactly the same, yeah.
so you won't know until you open the box if you've actually got the new one.
No, because it says on the box it's a new 3DS XL or a new 3DS as opposed to, a new 3DS as opposed to a pre-owned 3DS.
Or a new old 3DS. Or,
Yeah, no, it's exactly.
new old,
It's compared to the new old, the classic 3DS, but not the 3DS XL. There is a new one of those coming out. That's the XL.
Exactly.
I know, it's stupid. And here's the point: if they were bringing these in with all of the new features except the faster processor, with the intention of phasing out the older models, that would have been a really good move.
Yeah.
But what they've effectively done, and I've made this point before, but what they've done now is, imagine if, like, 2 years from now, Sony brings out the new PS4, and you'll need to get one to play Uncharted 5 on it, and because it's got a slightly faster processor. That's not going to feel great, because what that's doing is it's kind of like forced obsolescence on hardware that hasn't even gone all the way through its hardware cycle. We're halfway through the 3DS's hardware cycle. And rather than refreshing it, which they could have easily done with everything except that faster processor. What Nintendo have decided to do is completely split the player base. Don't even get me started on whether or not developers are actually going to develop like proprietary games for this new system. You know, considering that there's this huge audience that already owns one, why would they make vastly more expensive games that will only run on this new? It's stupid. It's really, really stupid, and I really, really want one. That unfortunately is the problem.
Like when you said like super awesome processor, I was like, yeah, that's my jam. Well, actually, no, you had me at interchangeable faceplates.
Yeah, I know, right?
And that's just to like help because I remember I'm saying like months and months ago that all 3DSs look the same, really, and this might help make them look different. They all look the same.
Yeah, well, I'm not rising to that, Carl. But I gotta say this whole thing just. I think this is really going to hurt Nintendo for a while. Not necessarily in the long term, but I tell you, this financial year I think it's going to look pretty rocky for them. Because the 3DS is the one thing that's going out and bringing home the bacon for Nintendo right now.
Bacon.
And now they've decided to make sure that nobody buys it this Christmas. Yay!
It is a really confusing move, and I don't know why they've done it. And
I think what they're doing is banking on the fact that, to be honest, only people who really follow gaming news actually know that the new 3DS is a thing. And they're banking on the fact that more casual consumers just won't know and will go out and buy that awesome Super Smash Bros. One. And then next year, they'll be completely blindsided and loads of people will buy Xenoblade Chronicles for a console they can't run it on. Yeah.
I can't believe that. That's really mean.
Yep.
Yeah, but then again,
they're pulling Xenoblade Chronicles, which is amazing. But you'll only be able to buy it if you drop another 200 quid.
But it wouldn't be possible. But it wouldn't be possible to run on the older 3DS. The thing is, it's extra games, it's extras if you buy this new console. But human nature being what it is, it's not going to feel like that. It's totally going to feel like Xenoblade Chronicles is being held to ransom. Even though I've already got it on the Wii, and you might as well play it on the Wii. But even so, it'll work really well on a handheld, I think.
Part of me wishes that, like, you know how the N64 had that expansion pack that you had to have if you wanted to play Donkey Kong 64, for example.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I kind of wish like you could just have like a massive fat red and black expansion pack for 3DS. That would have been better, surely. Like
a CD drive bolted on the bottom of it.
Oh, the 64DD.
That's it.
Yes. Console stack. Like go full retro Nintendo. Console stack it. That'd be awesome. And cheaper, maybe.
Perhaps that's the way they're going to do it. They're going to say, right, if you want to get our new experience in like 5 years' time, what you need to do is get this special cable that connects your old 3DS with your new 3DS, and now you have all the Nintendo power in the world. Maybe.
See, I think like because Nintendo have been they've sort of dabbled their toes in the pools of modular consoles. I reckon they should hook up with Razer. And then we could have like a 3DS like that crazy modular PC.
Yeah.
Where
the new Project Christie.
I reckon
that could happen.
That will never happen. Can you imagine Nintendo and Razer getting into bed together? That would be
interesting.
Yeah, I'm imagining it now. That'd be great.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome. Oh man, that'd be good. So I don't know. Yeah, do I buy the Smash Brothers?
No.
3DS,
why would you?
Do I
no. I mean, well, we don't even know how much the new 3DS is going to cost. Well, I mean, the new one next year. So
the new.
You may as well wait until next year when the price of the Smash Brothers bundle will probably have to have come down in terms of retails. There'll be like deals and things like that for it because it'll be the new year. So yeah, wait until next year.
But no, if you're a Super Smash Brothers fan, you shouldn't buy the new Super Smash Brothers 3DS that's going to be the old one because it doesn't have an inbuilt NFC reader.
Oh, that's true.
You'll need to use the amiibo figurines.
Yeah.
You'll have to get an extra peripheral.
So that is in fact the worst limited edition package ever.
You should wait and then get an interchangeable Super Smash Brothers faceplate unless it's more expensive, in which case you should get the newest old 3DS XL.
There you go, consumer listeners. I hope that's clear.
I hope that's very clear. We couldn't have made it any clearer. That's your advice.
Oh, Nintendo.
Now, let's move on.
Oh, but you'll need to get a Circle Pad Pro for it.
Oh, Nintendo. I love you, but you don't help yourselves.
No, they don't learn. I mean, after the fact the 3DS branding was confusing when it originally launched, as the Wii U branding, and they're like, we probably could have learned some lessons for this, but they're Nintendo, and there's no stopping them, and there's a point where it actually becomes quite endearing.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is that point.
We have to talk about some stuff that we missed out from our Gamescom podcast.
Yeah, there was something kind of missed out, wasn't there? Basically, we finished recording it, and I went, there's something I totally forgot that I saw, and it was like the first game properly that I got hands-on with at Gamescom, and that was Batman. It was Arkham Knight. I got hands-on with Arkham Knight. There's actually a preview up on site, and I just want to give it a quick shout-out, because actually, that's just looking so good, that game. It's just looking so, like, visually and from a gameplay standpoint, it's just looking awesome.
Because this is like the first. This is proper next gen.
Oh yes,
Batman.
Yes, absolutely. It looks next gen. Like the attention to detail. There's some screenshots that I put in with the post. Check them out. That is representative of what I saw. That was in-game footage.
That's pretty cool.
And it was amazing. Like the detail on Batman, the detail on the Batmobile, more to the point, was just. Oh, it was so good. And also working in tandem with the Batmobile in fights was just amazing. Because basically, you know how in Batman has his knockdowns that he could, like the knockdown combos that you can do at the end once he's weakened an opponent. You can use the Batmobile to help you out with those. And it's like, have you guys seen Iron Man 3 at all?
Yes.
Yeah.
You know when Tony Stark's working in tandem with his suit? It's basically that.
Nice.
It's so cool, and I will never get bored of it ever. It just looks so great, so good.
So it looks next gen and it plays next gen then.
Pretty much, yeah.
That's a good sign.
It's a very good sign, and fits in with our whole thing of next gen starting next February, next March.
Which Geralt versus Batman.
Yeah, which
because
I'm having both.
Because Geralt is kind of like the Batman of his land. And Batman's kind of like the Geralt of
so you're saying he's new Batman?
Yeah, he's new Batman
as opposed to new old Batman.
Yeah,
yeah,
basically.
No, that's Adam West is the old.
He's old.
Adam West is the old Batman.
No, he's old Batman.
Yeah, he's like old square.
Where does that put like Michael
What
Keaton?
about the Silver Age comics and all of that? Oh, he's the old new Batman.
Right, okay.
He's the oldest new Batman.
And then you've got like Christian Bale, who's like new old.
Christian Bale is like new old.
No, he's the old new. Yeah, he's the old new Batman.
Wait, no.
No,
he's new old new.
New old
surely.
New. Yeah, sorry, yeah, new old new. Sorry.
Yeah, he's like He's non-Batman.
Essentially,
Batman
what we're trying
Plus.
to say is that yeah, he's Batman Plus. But yeah, Arkham Knight looking very good.
I can't believe you spent that whole Gamescom podcast moaning about how you didn't get to play any games.
And I'll tell you why. It's because I'd spent the majority of it. Yeah, I'm gonna cry more right now. Basically, I spent the entire all of it not playing games. Then on the Friday, I got to play all the games. And I was just so tired that I'd completely forgotten all the things I'd done on the Friday when I left.
We'll do that to you.
Yeah, and it's crazy because that day I played on Arkham Knight and Dead Island 2, both of which were actually very good. So yeah. But I needed to give a mention to Batman because I forgot about it. So yeah, there we go.
Also, who isn't psyched? No one isn't psyched for this. This is Rocksteady on new consoles.
Yep.
Fucking Rocksteady. They bring it.
It's basically like they've taken everything that they've learnt from the past two games and also looked at what the other game was like and was like, okay, let's not do any of that, and then just made a game, which is great.
Did you get any indication of like how they're leveraging the power of next gen to sort of more fully realize the world?
No, I did make that point in the article itself. I didn't get to go around the city. It was only a small section. But if it is as big as they promised it's going to be, and if, basically just if they've done that, the whole seamlessness action of going in and out of the Batmobile is going to be awesome. But that's if it lives up to the scale that we've been told it's going to be.
Yeah, I have to say, like one of the things about open world games that we've talked about before is just how important traversal is, and they've made Batman really fucking fluid and amazing, and a bit Spider-Man-esque at times, actually, with the grapple hook.
Yeah.
But that Batmobile romping around in that is looking like it's gonna be so much fun.
It really is. Like I say, I only had a small section to play about with, but driving it around was pretty much like picking up and playing any kind of third-person driving game you've ever played. And then when you go into battle mode, it's like playing any third-person battle tank game you've ever played. It's great.
My body is ready.
Oh, yeah. For new Batman.
Oh, yeah. The newest
Batman.
Next gen Batman.
Molin new Batman.
No. Speaking of which, guys, what's your favourite Batman film out of interest? While we're on the subject, like we can give our listeners.
Do you know what? Like I know people malign Batman Forever, but I really fucking like.
I was going to say that as well.
Forever.
I really
it's
was.
my favourite. Batman Forever.
Yep, I was.
We're talking about fucking Tommy Lee Jones, Two-Face, Jim Carrey, Riddler, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And even the game for it was actually really good. I enjoyed the game.
But the Batmobile.
The Batman is the best.
Batmobile in that.
That's the best Batmobile ever. I mean, I like the Bat Tank as much as anyone, but that thing was just dead sexy. I thought the whole film was great. Gotham was like actually gothic.
Yes.
Not wow, like who knew? And the villains were actually effective. Rather than, I mean, I thought it was just much better and much felt.
It was
like
the right balance of action and campy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't have armies of penguins.
Thing is, though, I kind of like them all in a weird way. Like even Batman and Robin is terrible.
Oh god, it's so bad.
There are nipples on the Batsuit, and yet it's worth it as a sight that delights in puns. Arnie's Mr. Freeze.
Oh,
it's kind of amazing in the shittest possible way.
Yep.
I wish they'd just hammed it all up even more, because it looks like a B movie, doesn't it? The effects were terrible. The poison ivy, like effects.
Oh god, yes.
Like Bane in that film is. It looks like a guy wrapped in paper bags that's just been filled with like compressed air.
It should have been the same. They should have taken exactly the same tone as the Adam West original film. Which, do you know what? If I was like being really pretentious, I'd say that was my favourite, because I fucking love it. Like shark repellent, bat spray. What? Yep. Also that bit where he runs around with a bomb and he can't get rid of it because he keeps like. Actually, no, that is my favourite. He keeps running around with a bomb and like trying to get rid of it off the jetty. And there'll be like a boatload of nuns or like Boy Scouts or a marching band or something. That might be my favourite. But yeah, I gotta say, Batman Forever wasn't necessarily that bad. It was just really bad. If you know what I mean. I don't think it's as bad as a lot of. It's not as. I've seen worse films. Carl, you made me watch The Room.
Ah, yes.
Do you know what? That's a bad film.
Yeah, if you haven't watched The Room, you should really watch The Room, and then I can make references to it, and you all can go, yeah, that was a bad film, but it's a brilliant bad film, and I don't know why.
A podcast.
I must admit, I've been told of this film.
You need to, so we can discuss it, because, man.
Yeah, Carl has described it in hilariously awful.
Tell me where the drugs are! Right, we should move on before I start making even more random Room jokes. We really should. We need to move on. Someone bring up a topic.
Until Matt watches it.
Yeah. But let's talk about Bayonetta then, because that was kind of like given a release date.
Yeah, also it's some relatively timely news, because yesterday they held the sort of Nintendo Direct presentation where they announced that it's out on October 24th. Well, hey, release date.
Woo!
And you can cosplay as Star Fox. And there's also, interestingly, you've got to buy a special edition to get the original Bayonetta over here, rather than getting it included with just as standard.
Yeah, Nintendo caught this one up.
Yeah,
because it turns out that the free get Bayonetta 1 for free as well only applies in the States.
Yeah, that sucks.
That really sucks. And it started because sites started changing all the descriptions, didn't they? Like they had originally, it was all in there. It was like, yeah, we get Bayonetta 2, you get Bayonetta 1 as well. And then this past week, they've just all been changing them over here because, yeah, it turns out that it looks like there's going to be 2 different versions, which is
there are going to be 3.
Or 3.
There's the old edition that's going to cost you $33.99.
Nintendo.
There's the Plus edition with the original game. Then there's the first print edition. You think they could have come up? Why didn't they call it the Climax edition? For God's sake, or the something vaguely relevant to the game edition.
No, that's a working title.
That makes too much sense.
Yeah.
All right, the new Bayonetta, new experience, new.
Or the 100 megaton edition or something. Like they could have pulled it into the game a little bit. Anyway, I don't know why you're worried, Matt, because you've got the freaking thing.
I do, and it's really good.
Not that we're bitter or anything. At all.
It's really good.
Is it?
Yes. Yes, it is. I can't do anything as outrageous as give it a score yet. But just if you haven't already, watch the video I've put up on the channel of the 5 most ridiculous moments I've encountered in the game's first 5 chapters. Because that's it. I'm only at the point of recording. That's the only. I can only talk about the game's first 5 chapters up to this point. The fact I just watch that video because it's crazy. It's got Black Santa in it. That's awesome.
It's got Blanter.
It's got Blanter.
Wow.
It's just words can't describe how crazy this game is. I mean, if you've seen Bayonetta 1, you probably people listening to this have probably already played Bayonetta 1.
Yeah.
This just ratchets it up even more. You don't need to give a shit about the story. Actually, you don't need to have played Bayonetta 1 because the story in that makes absolutely no sense. And the story in this pretty much makes no sense as well. You don't need to worry about it. It's not about story. It's about kicking ass with combos you're making up on the fly and then controlling celestial leviathans to smash angels in the face as you fight like the fucking Matrix in the sky with weapons made from your hair.
Sounds right.
That makes more sense than the new 3DS. I'm going to be honest with you.
Yep. Anyway, listen, man. I'm kind of desensitized to crazy at the moment because I spent these last week and a half playing a game involving a murderous remote-controlled teddy bear drone. And
is that North Bear drone version?
No, it's Danganronpa 2.
It's
probably my most anticipated sequel of the year. As soon as I'd played the first one. The first one is still just, if you got a Vita, you just got to get it. It's just great. And the second one, do you know what? I've ended up, this is the reason why I'm just not really affected by craziness anymore. The second one, for me, paled in comparison to a very strange little visual novel about romancing pigeons.
Oh, Hatterful Boyfriend.
Hatterful Boyfriend. You know what? I mean, I love being taken out of my comfort zone with games. In this game, I play as the only female high school student, the only human female high school student in a school for birds. And it's a dating sim. And the point of the game is to make there are all these hunky pigeons around, and there's this rock dove who you knew from when you were a kid, and you've known each other for years.
Dove.
You got this real spark there, and there's this really precocious sort of fan-tailed pigeon who's he's the tsundere type, I guess. But he's really remote, and you've got to really break down his shell to make him fall in love with you. But his half brother's really hunky and much more approachable. But you think he might be a bit of a player, I don't know. And then you got your teacher there. He's got narcoleptic, but there could be a spark there. There could be a thing there. I mean, you hang out a lot, and I tried to get in there, obviously. He's a quail, by the way. And
no, that matters.
You know what?
You know, we're very inclusive here at Deals Per.
Damn
all.
right, damn right we are. And do you know what? It was really fun getting out of your comfort zone because you get into all sorts of moments like, "You're a very strange girl, Jonathan." Be like, yes, you have no idea. But do you know what? It works. I mean, when I saw this, I got to be honest. I mean, you know, I love my Japanese games, right? I review localized games, even doujin games, all the time. Mm-hmm. This one kind of. It caught my interest because I don't know, I kind of felt like it was just a bit of a gimmick. I thought this is going to be a traditional dating sim, except they've changed all the male characters to birds. And you know what? Yeah, actually, that is exactly what it is. But it works because actually the dialogue's really... Good's not the word, but sort of knowingly cringeworthy and really unpredictable and fun and upbeat, and leads to the characters all being really interesting. And then there's also the fact, and this isn't a spoiler because it says it in the store description, if you don't manage to find love, you will be murdered in your bed. Because actually
by pigeons.
Well, that would be telling. The thing is, it could have just stopped. Like if a weaker visual novel would have just said, you know, you'd have asked, why is there a school for birds? Why am I the only human in a school for birds? Where are all the other humans? A weaker game would have said, because that's the premise, right? They would have said, because that's the premise of the game. Just it's the premise, all right? Yeah, this game answers all of those questions, all of them, and the answers are like super disturbing, really, really thought-provoking, and unlike Danganronpa, which goes out of its way to like actually kind of spoil the narrative of the game. Sorry, not the original Danganronpa. That was nigh perfect. Danganronpa 2 often like it's just nowhere near as subtle as it needs to be. This game just drops like an occasional slide, like background slide, will make you think, hang on, what does that imply about who I am and what state society's in and how we got here? Or you'll overhear two characters having a conversation that doesn't quite fit, but then in your previous playthrough you heard some other people talking and suddenly you're putting these things together and realize there's a lot more going on. Then you unlock a massive different ending that adds like an extra half bit onto the game. Things get really crazy, and it's there's a lot more to it. Don't get me wrong, it's also like can be super tedious and repetitious and is really clunkily designed and quite lazy in parts as well, but I really liked it.
Yeah, I think I'm ready. I think I'm ready to start dating pigeons again.
Yeah, I mean, I know.
I think so.
My heart's aflutter.
Yeah. Ooh.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's very different. It's definitely not the best visual novel I've ever played, but actually, it's got a lot more going for it than you might think, and certainly that a lot more sort of actually better and more lavishly produced visual novels have. It's definitely worth playing if you haven't already completed Danganronpa, because I won't shut up about it until everyone has.
Yeah, I really need to play that.
We know.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd sort of take or leave the second one. It's good, but play the first one first.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, there we go. Go date some pigeons.
Go date pigeons.
And
right.
Go and play Danganronpa as well.
To round out today's podcast, we've got to address something that's been, well, it's been on the cards for some time. We'd hoped. Carl.
Hello.
Carl has dropped some serious hints that he's ready to make a decision on a next-gen console. This is exciting stuff.
Yeah, there really is. Yeah, we've been talking about the fact that I haven't felt ready, and I've been like, I don't know. I've got a lot on PC at the moment, and now kind of like, I'm still waiting. There's only really one game that I'm waiting to come out on PC now, and that's Dreamfall Chapters, and that's only one part. The rest of it's coming next year. But so yes, I'm thinking I need to get involved in this next gen. Like, I'm feeling
why? Why now, Carl? Why do you need to get involved in next gen right now?
Well, there might have been something called Destiny. I don't know. Maybe.
Is it because it's your destiny?
It's because it's my destiny.
Destiny.
Oh yeah. I think that in terms of getting involved with the new gen or next gen or current gen or whatever the hell you want to call it.
How's it, Jezza? Never that.
Never that.
Sorry.
Never that.
Come with me there. Sorry.
I think in terms of getting involved with the new consoles that are out, Destiny is probably going to be the right one to probably get involved with, to jump in with. So yeah, I figured yeah, why not? Let's do it. Let's make that jump, and then I can film myself doing stupid things in Destiny.
Have you felt the pressure yet, though? Because you've got to make a decision.
Very much.
There's a binary choice here. And obviously, you're going to pick... Whichever one you pick, like, half the internet's going to hate you.
Oh, yeah, and I'm realising this. And it's been very difficult, to be honest with you, because I've been umming about games that haven't come out yet and gone, well, I could always get this later down the line, and... yeah, I think...
in many ways, consoles are quite like pigeons.
They really are.
Well, you mean they're all hunky and buff, and you just want to...
They preen themselves.
Sorry, I'm playing a lot of this game over the last...
And then they also attract dust. Yeah, I'm assuming.
And did you know they reach sexual maturity within the first year of their lives?
Oh yeah. My PS3 is just
sexual maturity in the first year. That's to know. I don't know.
They're pigeons, guys.
That's true. Even so,
that's not a nice thing to say about a PS3.
What are pigeon years in human years?
The game didn't actually tell me that.
Oh my god!
It's like dog years are like 7, right?
They've got to be short. Well, sorry, bigger than that, because pigeons don't live for that long, do they?
So pigeon years like worth 10 of your Earth years.
Yeah. Which kind of makes sense in terms of like consoles as well, because like they only last for what, 5-7 years?
About 3 according to Nintendo 3DS.
So yeah, like,
it's a new 3DS. It's not like it's not a new console. It's a 3DS still.
So yes. Anyway, getting back onto topic. Trying to think about which console I wanted to go for. I had to think about what games are coming out. I think I'll be getting a PS4.
Curious.
Sorry, I didn't get either.
I suppose, do you know what? I probably ought to be, really. I mean, to make it a more interesting podcast, what I should be saying is, no, Carl,
yes,
you should buy an Xbox One. Yeah, I've got an Xbox One. But here's the thing, I don't really see Destiny as a system seller. I wouldn't buy a new console for it. I mean, it's out on the last-gen consoles. It'll probably be an upgrade bundle, and I don't know.
Well, that's the thing. That's the thing. Like, I would think about getting it on my Xbox 360 or my PS3, but I wouldn't have anyone to play it with, because everybody's getting it on next gen, which is the reason why I'm basically looking at getting one.
Wish it was coming out on PC, man.
Yes.
But right. But I don't know. Like, personally, I'm not hugely amped about Destiny right now. I'll get it down the line. And I'm going to have to get it soon, because otherwise everyone else in the clan's going to be like crazy outpacing me in terms of gear and stuff.
To be fair, the only reason you're probably not amped about Destiny is that Microsoft have been banned from advertising it.
Yeah.
But they do have a wonderful cologne.
They do have a wonderful cologne.
Yes.
60% of the time, it works every time.
Every time.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah.
But the thing is,
my advice, Carl, my advice would be, like, I mean, really, I mean, if you're super amped for Destiny, then I think PS4 is the thing to get it on. Otherwise, I wouldn't get a next-gen console right now.
Yeah, pretty much it.
I think it's a good point about tipping point as well. Like you mentioned, if you got it on last-gen consoles, you wouldn't have anyone to play with. And I think that's a crucial point. I think it would be different if Destiny was a single-player experience, but because it's so heavily predicated on playing with friends and getting a good bunch of people in as well. Like I think
it has to be next gen. There's no way I would play it on current gen consoles. Sorry, last gen consoles even. Because you and Brendan have got PS4s, so that's the other kind of like big reason. But also, No Man's Sky and other PS4.
Join our clan.
Yep. My Little Deals Pony. Are we actually going with that title?
Yes, we are.
It's done. It's up and running.
It's done. It's up and running.
It's actually running. Oh, right. In that case, yes, I did that.
Right. It's the only suggestion that made me cry with laughter.
And strikes fear into the hearts of our enemies.
Down straight. And Toby is a keen first-person shooter fan.
He really is.
He loves that shit.
He loves them shooters.
He does. So I think it's quite fitting. Yes. Welcome. Well, almost welcome to the current gen fold.
Woo! Yay!
Making that jump. Guys, let us know why you've made the jump, if you're holding off, why you're holding off. Let us know if you're psyched or unpsyched for Destiny. Let us know if you've got a Wii U, actually, and you're a bit pissed off that it's not coming to Wii U. Because do you know what? Like, that would have been quite cool. I reckon Destiny on Miiverse would have been great.
Yeah, Dinklage talking out of your tablet. Like that would have been great.
Would have been rad. Fuck you, John, for bringing Rad back. My girlfriend.
Hey, you're the only one. Hey, you're the only one who's used it this podcast, man.
Yeah, so true.
She turned around to me and went, "Is Rad a thing again?" I went, "It's John's fault." He brought it back.
I played the fifth.
But yeah, that would have actually been rad. I think I can use it in reference to Nintendo because they're quite old-fashioned and it's quite a 90s word, and that's the last time Nintendo.
Well, it's kind of like an old new saying, isn't it?
It's an old new saying. It's a new old new saying.
Oh, it's just old new saying.
Yeah.
Or new old saying.
It's new old.
New old. Yeah, it's new because we're bringing it back from being old, so it's new old.
New old.
Yeah.
Just like
couldn't be clearer.
The 3DS will be soon when the new comes
I hope they bring out the new you soon.
The new you. Oh no.
New me or new you.
New me. Oh god. Oh.
And on that bombshell.
It's time to go. Guys, let us know if you're psyched for Destiny. Do sign up for the clan. We'll pop a link in the description. And yeah, let us know what you're psyched about heading into silly season, because it's September now. It starts kicking off over the next few weeks.
Yeah, and let us know what dreamy pigeon boyfriend you ended up hooking up with, because, like, man, we can talk about that.
Absolutely.
My favourite one's San. He's so buff.
And if you're not into pigeons, what birds would you be into?
Rock doves?
Bald eagles. I know some people like slapheads. Like,
so
that could be cool.
What about a colourful cockatiel?
Ooh. Flamboyant. I like it.
Yeah. Big and white flashy.
Anyway, I'm going to fall over now and go to sleep. Guys, have a wonderful weekend. We'll catch you soon. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.